Hello everyone. Welcome to my speech about auto insurance. My name is Drew Middle. Now, by show of hands, who here has a car? And who here has ever been in a car accident? So a lot of us have been in car accidents, and that's not a surprise. According to the Texas Department of Transportation, there's 448 car accidents a day in Texas. That's a lot of car accidents. So that's why it's important that you have auto insurance. Now, it's actually legally required that you carry auto insurance. Now, and I'm sure all of you, like most people, think, I'm a safe driver. Do I need auto insurance? Although being a safe driver is, of course, a great habit, it's actually legally required that you carry it. This is not just to protect yourself, but also other drivers out on the road in the event you hurt somebody else. I'm a credible source to discuss this topic because I've worked for Allstate Insurance Company for almost 3 years. I'm actually licensed to write auto and property insurance, and so that's why I'm a credible source to speak to you guys about this today. Now, even though auto insurance is required in all 50 states, the average consumer doesn't necessarily have a good understanding of what all of their coverages do. So, today I'm going to be discussing liability insurance, which is what's required by the state of Texas. I'm also going to be discussing collision and comprehensive, which is what your finance company requires you carry. And then I'll also talk a little bit about some extra coverages that we have available. So, first let's talk about liability insurance. So, according to the Texas Department of Insurance, updated in 2017, there are 2 types of liability insurance for auto. There's the bodily injury liability. Typically, you're going to see that on your policy listed as 30, 60, 25. That's the state minimum in Texas. The 30 is the amount of money that you're covered in the event, the $30,000 in the event that you hurt somebody else on the road. $60,000 is the total amount that you're going to be covered for that accident. So $30,000 per person, $60,000 per accident. The $25,000 is actually the other liability. So the second liability is going to be the property damage liability. In Texas, that's $25,000. So that's where you hear the phrase 30, 60, 25 as being what you need for insurance minimum. So, for example, the way these coverages work, if you hurt somebody else in an accident, you're going to be covered $30,000 per person, $60,000 per accident, and then $25,000 in the event you damage somebody else's vehicle, business, or home. That's your property damage liability. Now, the second coverage that we're going to talk about in Texas, the next coverage that we're going to talk about in Texas are the collision and comprehensive. Collision and comprehensive are required by your finance company because they're part owners of your vehicle. So that's why they can require that you carry it, because they're part owners of the vehicle. So collision covers you in the event that you damage if you damage your own vehicle or somebody else's. So basically you pay a deductible. Typically it's going to be about $500, and then you would actually have your vehicle fixed or repaired or replaced. The second one's going to be comprehensive. Comprehensive coverage protects you in the event that your vehicle is damaged by vandalism, theft, hail damage, those types of non-control things. They're not accidents. Sometimes you'll see this coverage listed on your policy as other than collision. So, now that we've talked a little bit about what the state requires, and we've talked a little bit about what your finance company requires, there is some additional coverages that you can add on to your policy. Now, one of the most important ones is uninsured motorist. Uninsured motorist bodily injury protects you in the event you're hurt in an accident where somebody else hurts you. Uninsured motorist property damage protects your vehicle in the event of like a hit and run where you're not necessarily in control of that situation. So uninsured motorist property damage will protect you. Another optional coverage is going to be rental reimbursement. Rental reimbursement is also a great coverage to carry. It helps pay for your rental car while your vehicle is being fixed after an accident or a hail claim. So, in conclusion, even though I work for Allstate, my goal is not to sell you on one insurance company. But just make sure that you never let your policy expire without purchasing a new one. Because in the event that you hurt somebody else, you want to make sure you have insurance. So remember guys, 448 car accidents a day in Texas. That's a lot. You don't want to be the person driving without insurance. Because in the event you are driving without insurance and those people sue you, they could actually pursue your future paychecks. So protect yourself and others out on the road. Make sure you always have insurance. Now, in closing, as a friendly reminder, save a life, don't text and drive. Thank you.